So I wanted to start early. If you guys see the wind and stuff like that going, yeah, we've got like 30-mile-an-hour gusts. We're probably gonna have rain in the next 90 minutes. It's already been raining today. So if you guys could tell me how my audio is, I would greatly appreciate it because yeah, today's been. I had some good things that happened today. I had some things that just was very frustrating. If anybody really wants to help me out and put a tip in my tip jar, it's down in the description. I could use like ten to $30 depending upon how much you wanna throw my way. If I could raise it through you guys, I'd like to go by a dispensary tomorrow and at least get me a little bit of weed, just so that I could deal with the being static here and dealing with stupid stuff. I had a guy today. I almost got in a fight with him because he grabbed at my dog. People, I mean, she's clearly marked, but yet people just like, I'm gonna do it anyways. It's a pet. No, she is a service dog. But anyways, just people don't seem to get this, and it's really infuriating. And on some days I'm just like, why do I even keep Sam? Because nobody will respect it. And quite frankly, all it's doing is creating turmoil for me because people can't respect property rights. I mean, they want to yell at me to get off their lawn, but they can't respect property rights. So I don't know. I'm just a little frustrated. What's up, DFH? So how's the audio? I hope it's good. I kind of got in a way to where I could block the wind, but again, I got 30-mile-an-hour gusts that are going. I think this is the leftover remnants from Hurricane Beryl, because I mean, it's going to take a couple of days for that wind and that storm to get up here. So I don't know. I don't know if this is remnants from that or if this is par for the course. Now I know that when you're on the coast, it generally tends to be a lot more. It generally tends to be a lot more windy. Like that was the one thing I hated about being on the Florida coast was how windy it got. So how's the? Okay, sounds good so far. Good to know. Sorry, I end up when you do tick checks as much as I do, you end up like all these scabs I got from all the times I got off trail and got beat by brambles. I still pull them because sometimes I think that I still think that they're ticks. I'm not sure just because the color, the dark color of them. So, but okay, goddamn bugs, get away from me. So here's the good and here's the bad. Here's what happened today because I kind of want to share with you because it's gonna really impact how I move, where I move, what I do. Okay, so at first I was going to go down and I was going to harass Congress because, I wanted to get the cops called on me again so that, because somebody thought that I was a suspicious person, because I'm walking around with a dog in a backpack. What's up, All-America Prepper? Hey, reminder, tomorrow we've got a live stream, me and All-America Prepper over on his channel. It starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be there or be square. So anyways... I'm going down there. I run across this lady, and I was talking to her. She told me that she used to work for a senator out of Arkansas, and she was telling me that the hard part about here, Washington D.C., is that they come here. They got so much to do. They've got all this legislative business. They don't really take time to meet with people. If they're going to take time to meet with people, what they're going to do is they are going to they're going to do it in their home district when they're back home. So if I want to be able to sit back and meet with these politicians, then I'm going to have better luck meeting with them. Hey, what's up, Bug Out and Bushcraft and Gamer Boy and Butterfly and Bushcraft again. Okay. So yeah, I've said hi to everybody, but and so I'm like, oh well, I don't really want to do that. I don't know what senators, what representatives I need to talk to. I was going to kind of go down and do some fact finding and see if I could find out who the least popular or the newest one. And so I end up calling my old man. I'm like, hey, what? This is the problems I'm running into. What do I do? And he's like, just sit back, observe, watch things. I'm like, yeah, I normally do that, but I've got limited time here, so I'm trying to be effective with my time. Well, he says sit back, observe, talk to people, do what you do best, and you just kind of network and just have conversations with people. And so I'm like, okay, I'll definitely do that. And the lady I talked to said that I would be better off going to the Coalition for the Homeless or the Homeless Legal Council. And what's up, Cherokee? The Homeless Legal Council. And with the Homeless Legal Council, I was going to go there next, but I ended up, when I made it to the Coalition for the Homeless, they told me that the library has, what do they have? They have case managers there. And so I got to talk to a couple of case managers. I think one of them will be on here tonight because we sat back and talked, and those guys are really, like, I was really impressed by them. They weren't what I expected, as far as people who have been homeless and who are advocating for the homeless. They seemed like they had their head on straight and they knew what they were talking about, and they were taking a realistic approach to it, which again, that was kind of, I think for the both of us, it was kind of like a breath of fresh air, because people are always going like, no, we need to coddle them and we need to do those types of things. And what's up to here? I will get to people's questions. I'll get to people's questions here in a minute. I just want to tell you what happened in the day, and then I'll get to the questions. But anyways, so I end up talking with them. They end up telling me that there's this certification. So if you're homeless or you've been homeless, well, actually, it's more like if you've been a drug addict or have a mental health issue and you want to go do public speaking on behalf of the homeless, you have to go get a mental health certification, essentially. Hold on, I think I have it here in my bag. Hold on. No, I put it in here. So, this is what it's called. It is this right here. Okay? So this is an application. District of Columbia Department of Behavioral Health Peer Specialist Certification Program application. Okay, so the reason why I don't get invited to a lot of these groups that are doing like the Alliance to End Homelessness and stuff like that, a lot of the reason why I didn't get to go there is because I don't have this special certification. Okay, so I started looking around, and or like, well, you got to get one first for each state. Some of them are free, some of them are not. You just got to kind of decide on the state that you want to do in, and then just kind of move from there. Well, you guys know I'm not a static person. I want to be able to move around. I don't want to hang out in Florida during the summer, and I am not really sure I want to hang out in New York in the winter. I mean, I might, but you never know. Hey, what's up, Jeremy? Glad to see you here. But so I have two options. I either get the certification or I build this brand up and I just start going around to college campuses and businesses and stuff like that. So I might want to okay, I'm gonna go between these cities, and from here to here I'll walk, from here to here I'll take a bus to make sure that I get there. Spend like 2-3 weeks in a city, then travel to the next city. And like have like 5 to 6 weeks to travel. So about every 2 months, I will be doing something along those lines. That's kind of what I'm looking at. Okay. And so like I could do it this way, build my own personal brand, because like they're asking me questions like, how long have you been in recovery? Well, I'm not a drug addict. Well, what about mental health issues? How long have you been in recovery from that? Well, I don't have to go to the mental health because I don't have the mental health issues. What's wrong with me is physical. They misdiagnosed me for 20 plus years. So like I mean, so now I gotta sit there and go and like explain, like I'm putting NA doesn't exist, and these people are gonna go, no, you're homeless, you have to have some mental health issue. Not necessarily. I'm not bipolar, I'm not schizophrenic, I don't deal with manic depression or anything else like that. Oh wow, the tripod might tip over too. But I hope the wind's still good. But like I said, there's 30-mile-an-hour gusts, guys. We got a storm rolling in here. Okay, but anyways, so I'm sitting here trying to figure out what to do. So I called up New York and I asked them, because I know some of them are paid, some of them are not. So I called up New York and I said, hey, New York, what's it cost? They're like, well, if you're a local resident, and so I can use the shelter residence. If you're a local resident, you get it for free, but you gotta go like in a provisionary certificate, do 2,000 hours, which is like, it's almost like, what, 2,000 hours? That's more than that. That's like a year full time or 2 years part time, isn't it? I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of that's a lot of time that you got to put to be able to sit back and speak. And so some of these states you can go to like a business and say, hey, look, I would like to sit back and talk to you about homelessness, and and they will and they will look at my certification. If they're willing to accept it, even though it's out of state, they can do it. Otherwise, they'll say you have to have a local one because that's what we do. I'm presuming that New York and DC are probably going to be it's kind of like when you get your Florida health insurance license, most of the other states, because of how high the bar is set with Florida, that all the other states don't even make you take the insurance test because they're like, you know your crap, you're certified, you've got your license in Florida. And so I'm presuming that New York and DC would kind of be like that. So the next time I would have an opportunity to get to do something like this in DC, to go through their certification program, which is like 80 hours, and and some other things, and it's free as well. But it's February, which is like my birthday. So I would come back here for my birthday, do the 80 hours, do the 4 to 6 weeks of training. So I'm gonna have to spend 2 months in the city doing the training, doing all that stuff, just to be able to get the certification, so that I can go to somewhere like Coalition to End Homelessness and say, hey, look, you guys are doing all this. Maybe we should now you guys should have me on your speaker circuit. So either I'm behind the ball by 2 years, which is really where I feel like I'm at, which is what's really got me frustrated, which is why I'm saying, hey, look, if you want to put something in my tip jar, I could really use a bowl right now. I can get a pre-roll for about $7. I can get an eighth for about $25. So if any of you guys want to help me out with with getting something that's going to settle me down, I much appreciate it. It's much appreciated. But anyways, with that being said, I'm sitting here, I'm trying to figure out what to do, and I think that I'm going to end up, I will end up doing the certification programs, but it's going to be like second thing. I'm going to just start, like, okay, so I'm going to go to New York, but I'm only going to be there for like a day, 2 days tops. Now, I know I've got quite a few subscribers in the New Jersey area, so I might head over to New Jersey, and like the guys that sleep outside or something like that, unless one of you guys want to offer me your couch to sleep on for a night or two. I'm gonna see if I can find some guys that are sleeping outside that are subscribers and just go camp with them for a night or two, so I know I'm in the right spot. Just because I know that area, and stuff that Alfred's been sending me is kind of, I want to get froggy, but it's probably not the right time yet, because the New York's penal system protects the criminal; it does not protect the victim. So I better until that changes. I just need to just keep my mouth shut. But that's kind of what's going on. That's what I've been working on all day, because I think that a lot of because I think I will end up getting paid for a lot of this stuff that I'm doing. But I also really need to work on building my brand and building awareness through my channel. Because when I say I have 10,000 subscribers and growing, or even 5,000 subscribers and growing, then that gives me a lot more pack in my punch, let's say. And so that's going to allow me to be able to get the gigs a lot easier. I do have a track record and stuff like that. These guys can come watch my channel. I'll turn them to the podcast, because that's really the topics that I'll be talking about, is stuff that I'm talking about on my podcast, which comes out tomorrow. Okay, 26 plus 6 equals 1 Irish and 2 4-leaf clovers. Okay, so I keep glancing at the chat, but that is that. So let me go ahead and get to questions. Say hi to everybody, and then let's go here. So wow, you guys really lit up chat. Okay, DFH, All American, Bug Out, Bushcraft. Okay, Butterfly, Bushcraft again. Okay, okay. Cherokee said hi to you. You look like David Warner from the famous. I don't know who that is, but I don't know if that's a compliment, but that's fine. That's nifty. Never heard of case managers at library. Well, actually, bug out. That's becoming a thing because even Cincinnati, their library workers do outreach, and they're actually getting funding for because that's the number one place that homeless hang out when they need a place to be able to loiter and not get bothered. Because you can sit on a computer, you can sit inside and deal with like centralized heating and air and stuff like that. So when you're in a city, the um, the uh, the library is probably the number one place you're gonna end up there at one point or another. That's kind of where you see almost all of the homeless because guys will go up there anywhere from every day to once a week, just to get some stuff done. Maybe get on the computer, check their email. They're there for maybe an hour and then they're gone. Just checking up on their communications because whatever. So I found other conferences in other parts of the country, but have to be a talking head and pay $400 to $500 for a ticket. Okay, but DFH, I could have done this one if I would have volunteered. If I would have been a volunteer, I could have actually. That's actually how Ayana was able to get in because this one right here it was very hard to get into and it was very prestigious, but she got picked to be a volunteer and so therefore she got access to the conference for this year, and so it was private, it was closed, so only it was basically it's the WEF or the Bilderberg meeting for the homeless cause. Okay, so I'm gonna have to get in there, so I can get in through volunteering. If you see something about volunteering. So yeah, I found something in New York, but it's to go talk to the library about services that they could offer to the homeless. So I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, with the Coast, everybody's doing good. That's good to hear. I have been facing mental health issue for last 3 years. I'm in severe depression. It seems there's no way out of it. Um, to hear, what is your daily routine? 1, 2, your thoughts are your reality. Okay, so when I went through suicide, okay, one of the things that helped me get to a point where I don't have to deal with that anymore. Even the thoughts really are fleeting, and it's almost like it's almost foreign. Is that every time I had those negative thoughts, I had to stop myself in the middle of that thought process and replace it with positive thoughts. Instead of I hate myself, it was I love myself. Instead of I'm worthless, it's I'm worth something. Okay, I'm a good person, or so on and so forth. Okay, sometimes what happens is our thinking will start creating our reality, and if we don't consciously control what it is that we think about, then yeah, we can go into things like depression and things like that. Keep pushing on, I mean, is one thing you could say, but in reality, you need to, like when I have bad days, one of the things I really like to do is I like to go watch comedy skits, something that's going to put me in a positive mood, get the serotonin going, things like that. Because although on Monday I ended it with Pebbles, I actually ended it with her on Saturday. I spent Saturday and Sunday just kind of doing my own self-care and watching some comedy skits, because my favorite guy is AJ Wilkerson. He's autistic and he's funny as hell. Okay, and so I watch him because he's like, we got the other hard R word. Anyways, he's funny. And so yeah, I'll watch him. And so even out here, I'm able to be in a positive mood because every time I feel myself feeling blue, what I like to do is change my thoughts, change my attitude by finding things that will put me in a good mood. But sometimes I'm like, hey, look, I'd really like to smoke a bowl. That's kind of an easy way to get in there. Some would call it self-medicating, may or may not be, but it's legal. It's just as legal as alcohol. I don't abuse it, so therefore, it doesn't put me in the addict realm. But, sometimes when you have a bad day, you just want to sit back at a bar and drink a couple of shots and just kind of, cry in your glass. And so everybody has that time that they do that, but you gotta make sure that it doesn't become a crutch. Okay, so Tahir, I hope this helps you. I hope this gives you some direction on how to improve your situation, because your mind is your reality, and so therefore you control your destiny and you control everything. And so the more positive you are up here, the better your reality is going to become. Okay. Okay. To here, keep pushing forward. Well, yeah, I mean, butterfly, that's one way to look at it, but you got to be proactive. If you just sit there, I mean, some things you got to ride out. Like, you lose a very high value relationship, whether it be a friend, a colleague, or a romantic relationship, you're going to have time to sit back and mourn. And so you got to really look at it. Are you mourning, or are you in a funk? And if you're in a funk, you can't just write it out. Writing it out is probably one of the most destructive things that you can do, in my opinion. You got to be proactive. Now, the loss of someone or something that was very dear and important to you, and you're in the mourning phase, it still should be kept on top of at least, okay, I'm going to give myself 3 days to mourn, and then after that, I need to get back up and get back to life, because otherwise it's going to destroy my life. So that's, but that's what I would do, and that's how I keep myself. That's why I always get complimented, man, you live outside and you happen to be you're always happy, you're always chipper, even when you're frustrated, you're still entertaining. And yet I live in a house, and I think I got bad problems, and I'm angry and I'm depressed and da da da. And I always tell people, what's up here creates what's out here. Okay, so to here, I hope that helps. Okay, I'm considered 100% disabled from PTSD. Okay, well that's PTSD is completely different. It's about every time that movie starts playing in your head, to stop it and to replace it with something else, and to remind yourself that you're not there anymore. That's something that you have to do. If you go to the VA, well, that's how they do. They do behavioral therapy. They teach you grounding and other things. So, there's a difference between depression and PTSD. PTSD is trauma. Depression can be for many things, anywhere from loss of self-worth to being idle. There's a lot of different things that contribute to each type of thing that happens. So, okay. Butterfly, thank you for your support. I hope it ends soon. It will, if you're proactive. Same here, All-American as well as physical disabilities. Yeah, physical disabilities, you can't really do anything. They're physical. That's what really sucks. So 50 weeks at 40 hours a week. Wow. I mean, what am I going to do? Work for them full time? I don't want to work for them. I'm doing this so that I can have venues to be able to grow not only the channel, but to really hone in my message, because again, this channel is about homeless education, homeless awareness, and all of that stuff. So I don't understand. So likes help the stream get out, please help. Respect, 100% from Dublin. What's up, Richard Dowling? 20, 50 hours, 40 hours full-time work week. Wow. Golly. That's crazy. Okay, Bushcraft. Salute to all in the live chat. Respect. Yes, salute to you too. Or you guys do it like this. How goes it, Jeremy? Okay. Okay. Richard sounds like an English name. How do you feel about the Pope? Alfred, you're as bad as I am about this shit. You find somebody and you're just like, I got this pressing question. What do you think about the rainbow crowd? Hey, you live in San Francisco. Is gayness a problem? I mean, Alfred, you're amazing. Hit the like button respectfully, everyone watching. Okay, so yeah, we got 12 likes. So there's 3 people that we know of that haven't done it, maybe more. So don't forget to hit that like. Got in 19 miles today, getting better. Well, don't push yourself into the ground, Bushcraft. That's the one thing about Sam that I like about her, is that she slows me down. 15 miles a day sucks. It really sucks. I like doing 20. But, I'm not ran into the ground. I have an appetite. I feel better. So I complain about it, but I do it. because it's better for me. So, hike your hike. You're not in a rush to get anywhere. But yeah, 20 miles is pretty damn good. So, my plumber brought his wife and kids from Dublin to Boston. We listened to a lot of IRA Spotify playlists. Oh, that's interesting. Um, okay, okay. Uh, okay, glad he's using a tripod. Yeah, but you still see that the tripod is shaking. That's how bad the wind is. Where does my name come from? Well, it's Robin Hood is where Friar Tuck comes from. But when you're on the streets, you're given an alias. It's something that you earn. It's not something that you choose for yourself. I started off as Chucky because some dude was an asshole. And, Heidi Ho, race to the end. But as the years went along, and basically after I got out of my 23-day stint in the hospital, I picked up the name Friar Tuck. So, but yeah, 1 inch of rain on 1 acre of land is 20,000. Oh, wow, that's a lot. Okay, what's up, Just a Guest? Nice to see you. Okay, well, okay, 12. What is that, Garuda? And Jeremy, could you send that to me, so that I have it? Because for some reason I don't get to see the live chat replay. So 1288 Alder Circle, Virginia Beach, Virginia. Okay, not exactly what that's for, but Garuda, let me know and I might show up. Exactly. Okay, what's up, Zombie? Okay. Thoughts on depression, suicide? If you were supposed to be dead, our creator would have called you home. You're here for a reason. Okay, that's a Christian point of view. Now let me give you a non-Christian point of view. This is something that I've learned. Thanks, Bucknut. This is something that I learned from Billy Meyer, and this is a great deterrent for me during that whole suicide depression thing. Is, okay, you are living a constant cycle of rebirth. So that means every time you pass away, you spend some time on the other side, process the lessons learned, come back and do it again, because you need to learn everything from every angle, okay? But the thing is in this lifetime, you're in the middle of a lesson. And sometimes when you're not learning that lesson, that's what leads a lot of people to depression and suicide, because and that worked for me too. I had to learn lessons like one of my biggest problems was that I had implied expectations instead of just being upfront and direct. A lot of people, they like it, but some people are like, dude, just chill out. But that's what helped me. That's what helped me stabilize myself, because it was causing pain, because I would do something for somebody thinking that they would do something for me, and because I didn't vocalize it and I implied it, when it came time, they're like, well, you didn't say anything, and well, I just really don't feel like it. And so instead of saying, hey, if I do this for you, you're gonna do something for me, which is not out of the kindness of your heart, then it becomes a deal, it becomes a contract, and then you can get mad. But if you just blindly expect somebody to do that, well, you're gonna have a lot of frustration in life. And so again, that was one of the lessons I had to learn. And so again, if you were to unalive yourself, what you're doing is you're hitting the reset button, and because you refuse to learn that lesson, you're gonna have to come back. You're gonna go through the same pain until you learn the damn lesson and quit hitting the reset button. So you might as well just get through it, because you're gonna have to face the boss at the end, and you're gonna get your butt whooped. You just need to figure out what it is that you're supposed to learn from it, so that you can improve your life and get past it. Okay? And so every time I have my hardships in life, that is what I do, and it has always worked for me. Okay? Okay, find purpose. Okay, that's one thing to do. You would be a great therapist. I'm being serious. I know. Well, this is why I'm like, why do you want me to go through all this psychological training? This is what I had to do to myself to put myself, because the mental health industry didn't help me. They made things worse. The mental health industry is probably the most toxic thing to especially to the homeless. They're not helping. They're too busy dwelling on your childhood instead of looking at the underlying issues. They're too busy giving you a pill instead of helping you understand that the universe operates on an immutable law of cause and effect. When you're a dumbass, you're going to get dumbass back. And that's the thing that most people don't understand. And so, does that require that you go get a 12-year degree and all this other stuff? No. No, it's understanding how the universe works and then, learning the lessons that you're supposed to learn. Because if you got to do this a million frickin' times, you might as well just get with the program and submit. The Hindus like to say that the problems that we have in life is that we're trying to control our experience instead of realizing that we are merely observers. And there's a lot of truth in that. Beaver is also good. Okay, hold on, I missed something. Okay. Mississippi pays $5 a corpse if you want to hunt beavers. That's not bad. I don't know if I want to get rid of beavers. Beavers are important. All American, tell your wife you're going to beaver hunting with the boys and see. Tell her it's Harry Beaver. Beaver is also good meat, Alfred. Okay. Thank you, Mike. How's it going, Mike? Mike 1616. Okay. Bushcraft, are you doing 19? No, he's doing it on foot. His bike is broken. Just hiking. I need a new bike, so sneakers. Until then, Chucky Tuck. Yeah, I know, Bucknut. Have fun with that one. Okay. Oh wow, that is a long ways. Congrats. Okay. Friar Tuck, because when he was staying in a hospital, they shaved the top of his head for electroshock therapy. When he came out, his hair looked like an old school Friar Tuck monk. Yeah. I'll let you live with that story. But the truth is the philosophical and religious side that you see from me, that was the long lasting change. Like before I went in, I really wasn't self-aware. I wasn't really thinking about what was going on. When I came out, this is what I became. So, Chucky from Rugrats or Chucky from the Murderous Doll. Okay, Friends till the end. Yes. You're familiar with monk haircuts, though. I would love it if I could go bald. Honestly, I'm the one guy that wants to go bald. I'll keep my beard. I'll go bald on top. I'll be happy as pie. Okay. Shaved round. Okay, you guys are okay. Sam and Chuck. No, do not call me Chucky. I am Friar Tuck. When the moment that they gave me that name, I'm like, nobody call me Chucky anymore. I am Friar Tuck. So yeah. And everybody always just calls me Tuck. Only recently people are calling me Friar. It's like, no, Friar's the title, Tuck's the name. Friar is part of the Brotherhood of the St. Francis of Assisi. He was a rich man who went out to fight in battle, was taken care of by a leper. After he was healed, he hugged the leper, gave up his wealth, and went and spent the rest of his life serving the poor. So anybody who becomes a friar gives up their wealth to serve the poor. So, I mean, in a lot of ways, I kind of fit that bill. I didn't give it up willingly, but I gave it up. So, and I do serve the poor. It seems to be my position in life. At least I think I am. I hope I am. So, still here, but gotta go fix dinner. What's for dinner? So, still here, got to go fix. Okay, just call me Moses. Why, are you gonna part the Red Sea? Or is it the Pink Sea? Or is it the Coral Sea? You never know. But anyways, so that just, I just, when it comes to, as far as the mental health part, and what's really going on in homelessness, I can't wait to hear your guys' feedback from tomorrow's podcast. Now, there were a couple of suggestions that was given to me. One of them is that I need to be able to include those that are not in the homeless services, as far as like, here's what you can do. Like, call your freaking politicians and tell them to sit down with Friar Tuck. Give them my YouTube channel and tell them, hey, you need to sit down and talk with this guy. We want this guy to give you some ideas. We think he might actually help fix homelessness. Call your politicians. Eventually, one of them will reach out to me. Okay? So if you just keep bugging them and say, you need to sit down with Friar Tuck, he has some ideas to fix homelessness, that would be great. and you as a subscriber base, you guys would be solely responsible for that. You pat yourself on the back and say, look how awesome we are. So, um, so you don't get to choose your trail name, Friar Tuck. Um, yes, but you do, but you don't. Um, you get to choose it in the sense that, like, if I didn't want to be called Chucky, I would have just gone. I would have just still gone by my regular name. Rumpelstiltskin did that. Silver Spoon did that. He didn't like it, and so therefore he won't go by it. But the thing is, anybody that runs across him is going to call him a Silver Spoon. That name's going to stick with him because he's a Silver Spoon. So for those of you who don't know who Silver Spoon is, he has a channel called Gnarly Beer Travel and Gnarly Wine Travel. He is a crappy for doing the genre in which he's doing it requires a lot better content, and he's pretty crappy at it. He manages to get people to give him free meals while he sits there and does not even a half-ass job, worse than a half-ass job. I mean, and it's so crap that I feel sorry for him. Like, I did a great video for him, and because I was like, dude, just give me a free meal. I better earn that meal. This guy, no. Like, there's people out here on YouTube that really have a lot of knack for being able to get gigs and stuff like that. I guess I struggle because, I've done so much sales. I don't really want to do it unless I really have to, but I'm going to have to. I'm going to really have to. Okay. So, we're going to, okay, hold on. I missed one. Okay, hold on. I missed more. Okay. Okay. Am I in California? Hell no. Hell no. What's up, Courtney? Nice to see you, by the way. No, I am in Washington, D.C. And I may either be heading south or I may be heading north. But I know that one of the states that I want to be in is Florida. So, Cherokee, to answer your question, yes, I will be down to Florida. Okay? Because I want to go after DeSantis in Florida and their homeless camps, because I think that it's a slippery slope, and I want to do my part to not end up in an internment camp. Okay, so the thunder and lightning starting, guys, so it may start raining here soon. Just letting you guys know. So, what area? DC. I'm over in the mall area, actually, I'm over by George Washington's phallic. So, fresh mixed green, shredded chicken, cheese, bacon, bits. Okay. Mixed green, what? You eat what your food eats? So it sounds like you're making a fiesta salad. It's 103. Oh, yeah, salads, soup, sandwich and salad sounds about right. We had one of those fufu chicken sandwiches today. It was really good. I gave Sam half of it. I got to show you what Alfred got me. I went and picked up one of his packages today. I got to show it to you. I got to ask some questions though, Alfred, because I need to figure out a solution to one thing. We're gonna take Tuck on vacation to Hawaii and then leave him there and watch him stream Homeless from Hawaii. Yeah, but see how long it takes me to figure out how to stow away on a boat and get back to the mainland. See, yeah, I may be a content creator, but I'm still homeless. And when I want to go somewhere, I'll figure out how to get there. And I don't care if I got to stow away or not. I just got to bring me a poop bucket and probably about 2 weeks worth of food. So, love eggs, can't even choke down boiled eggs. Will do. I have connections to my local politicians. That's good. And if you can get me connections with them while I'm here in D.C., where they'll sit down with me. I actually met Senator Rick Scott when I was, it was when I was still on bike. And yeah, it was right, I was in Panama City. And yeah, I even did a video on it, and then it got deleted because of, that's when I got my strike and had to go through the digital re-education months later. But yeah, Rick Scott was actually in the video, and I got some pictures with him and his assistant. And you could tell how disconnected he was. He was like, ooh, I want to go meet real people. I've never seen real people before. And so I asked him why we were going to war. It's like, some people like war. It's like, dude, you're on the head. You're on the what is it? The arms committee or something like that. He's on a military committee, the foreign affairs committee or something. So I mean, I don't know. He kind of, but I honestly, I want to see if I can sit down. I should go and see if I can find him tomorrow. So what you're saying is, if we say Chucky enough, it will stick? No, no, because I don't fit that personality anymore. Um, I had a temper. I was a deviant, vindictive asshole back then. So Chucky fit me. Chucky doesn't fit me anymore. I am definitely a Friar Tuck. If you said to somebody, "Hey, that's Chucky," people look at you and go, "No, that's not that's not a Chucky. That's just a weird ass name." And if I come and I said Friar Tuck, they'd be like, "Yeah, you look like a Friar Tuck." Um, I just it's weird how the names are a depiction of your personality. Just like I called Puckett Rumpelstiltskin, because he would scavenge and make some serious deals, and it was what it was. That restaurant review was low key hilarious. Which restaurant review? Low key hilarious. I don't. Which one? You probably saw it because I posted it over on Patreon. So yeah. So is that good or bad? Because I usually get people telling me it's good. Maybe it's not that good and they're just being nice. You might walk right into waves of homelessness, dude. I was just down in Gainesville and Pensacola and Orlando. I mean, what's it been? Maybe 3 months since I've been down there. Not a lot's changed. Not that dramatic. My food poops on your food. Oh, okay. Alexander Hamilton's poor wife raised the money to finish the monument. Well, you know what? Well, considering he betrayed George Washington, it was the least that she could do. Really, it's the least that she could do. They betrayed George Washington. Wow. So my battery. Okay. So love eggs to try to eat daily in one way or another. Did you just get your rice? I have my rice in my pack. I haven't gotten any new rice. But yeah, I got rice when I was in Bentonville. I don't know how I landed here, but I did, just to say fuck you, or no, fufu, like Nigerian fufu. Okay, Ace. Well, fufu, back to you. He had a Nigerian nanny as a kid. Oh my God. Oh, you're amazing. Grew up with silver spoon up his but I didn't think he was saying fufu. Oh my God. Alfred, please tell me you're a writer. You should be a comedian. I mean, seriously. Write jokes for someone if you're not going to do it yourself, because those are funny as hell. You each did a review. No, the other guy, he was clearly pretending to act like he knew food. Oh, no. Actually, it was the same thing. All I did was the intro to mine is I put my information. In the intro to his, I put his information. But it's the same exact video. The thing is, it says that he did it. And then in my video, I put my title because I was gonna start doing restaurant reviews because I was so insulted by seeing the work that he did. I'm like, no, I gotta push this guy out. I gotta put this guy out of business. So, no, I can't read. I get to a certain time of day and my eyes get blurry. I can't even read the menu. I'm actually supposed to have glasses. By a man who predicted. Okay, I'm gonna have to read that, Alfred. So, just to let you guys know how the Amazon lockers work, okay? And I'm gonna keep plugging this until I see somebody put something in my tip jar. I'm trying to raise at least like $7 to $10 tonight, so that I can get a gram of weed tomorrow, so that I can not want to rip everybody's head off and kind of have some peace. The last few days have been like really frustrating. And also, when I'm in a city and I'm static, I kind of need the weed. So if anybody would like to put anything in my tip jar, but okay, okay, um, okay. I pooped in public pool yesterday. I'm a hero, staying off the grid. Well, I'm proud of you. Um, I pooped in a bush yesterday, and I feel proud of myself too. I'm fertilizing the plants and helping them grow. So all you did was just contaminate the water supply. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a couple of things. So let me show you what Alfred got me, because he's always the one getting me the dry goods stuff, and I really like it. So this is what he got me, and I'll show you what the kibble looks like, because nobody knows, unless you've gotten freeze dried. But as you see, it's freeze dried. It's basically foam paste that they freeze dried. So it's lighter weight. I don't know, if I give the dog more or less, because it says on here, it says nutritious food, so I can feed it to her as a meal. I could use it as a kibble topper, or I could use it as treats. Okay, so this is 98% pasture-fed beef, organs, and bone. It's a beef recipe. I don't know how much this costs, but it's 12 ounces. And Alfred, you're amazing. Thank you. Much appreciated. Now, here's the one I have the questions on. So, Mom's Place got me some cream of mushroom soup. Okay, but here's the problem with it. Okay, 4 tablespoons cream of mushroom mix. Okay, I got that. It's in here. 1 1/4 cups of cold milk or milk substitute. It's kind of hard to do on trail. What can should I get powdered milk? Powdered milk would probably be a way to do it. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to carry a couple of measuring cups around me. I should carry a 1/4 cup and a tablespoon, because those are the general managements, and just go from there. So, okay, so I think I answered. Optional for richer flavor, add 1 tablespoon of butter or butter substitute, equivalent to 1 can of condensed soup. But it's only 25 calories? Wow. Okay, I think it's just the powder. There's 25 calories. The milk is going to have a lot more. The milk and the butter is probably where the calories are. But I'm looking forward to trying this. Oh, and it's even got a vegan tab on it. Not that it's actually vegan, it's soup. It's not vegan, it just happens to not have any meat in it. And it's gluten-free, so we know that there's no wheat in here either, because it's cream of mushroom soup. It's not wheat soup. So, great way. If you're looking for something that is vegan and gluten-free, this will work for you. So, yeah. Okay. So, and then I've got some more packages coming tomorrow. And also, I know that Juxtaposition is, he's talking about sending me some MREs, so I'm looking forward to those as well. So you could use evaporated milk and equal parts water. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Have you heard of the Hokey Pokey? I don't even know what that is, John. Soup was only $5, like a scratch ticket. Dog food was $20. Okay, really, $20 for this? That's not bad. That's a pretty good price. I'm gonna start putting some of the stuff that Alfred keeps sending me. I'm gonna start putting the affiliate links in there, just because if you want to get your animal something, because you're trying to get your animal good quality food, I might as well put it in the affiliate link. So if you want something like this, I'll probably have to add it tomorrow. Oh yeah, you guys, let me show you guys what it looks like right now. Hold on. This is what I've been sitting through for the last almost an hour. So, yeah, there's a storm coming in. All right. Okay. 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 So, okay. Soup was okay. Started as wet. Okay. Wet food when they dry it, so it looks like foam. Okay. So it's like the wet food. Okay. So it's yeah. Wet food's better. This wind is actually really nice as long as it rained. I think we're gonna get a lot of rain here in a minute. I'm willing to bet. Um, I think this is the remnants, the leftovers. We're getting what was from Hurricane Beryl, um, because it takes a few days for it to get up the coastline, and we're at least 2,000 miles up the way from where this, maybe 4 or 5,000 miles up the way. So it takes about a week to get up here. I'm presuming that that's what this is, but we really need it because we need it to cool off. It really needs to cool off. It's too damn hot. And I'm about to start a political party. Instead of rents too damn high, I'm just going to start a political party. It's too damn hot. Quit breathing. Um, I'm in. I'm in. Okay. Okay. You don't. Okay. Set your tarp up on stream so you don't get drowned. Let me see how I can do it. Hold on a second. If you want to watch me set that up while I talk to you guys, give me 1 minute. Let me see where I can put it up, because we're gonna have to do it back here. Let me pull my tarp out. Okay, I can do it that way. Okay, guys, you guys are gonna watch me put up a tarp in a very, very unique situation. So let me see. Yeah, get your wool, wood now if you need it. Bye-bye, Trudeau and company. Cherokee, before you move, Google Florida crash might be cheaper in a few weeks. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna set this up here. You guys are gonna watch me come in and out of the camera. Keep chat going. I will come back and periodically check, but I need to get my baseline set up. So hold on. Okay. So here is essentially what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tie it to one of the strongest branches I can, and then I'm just gonna stake it down and make my own little tent. At least that's the intent of what I plan on doing. Let's see here. So one of the things that I've had to learn when I put my tarp away is that I need to take all this stuff off because it actually causes issues. So what I do is I take the seam right here, okay? And so what I'm doing is, okay, wrong way. Come on, where is it? Okay, there it is. As I'm taking my seam, okay, I'm putting it through this here, okay? And then I'm putting it through this here. And there is my first one. Okay. Now it's going to take me probably about 5 to 10 minutes to set this up, just because I like to do it a certain way. And, if you do it right the first time, you don't have to do it again, and you don't have like leaks or anything else like that. Okay, so there's one. Oh yeah, I can feel the chill coming already. Now, being under this canopy is going to give me a little bit of block from the rain, so I'll be able to survive it a little bit while I'm trying to put this together. Okay, let's see. Where is my... Okay, so there's my seam. Follow it through to the other side. Okay. So you guys hear me talk about weight a lot. These little things like this is kind of what adds up all the extra weight that I end up having that I can't really account for. Okay, so I'm going to set it here. So, or, no, I'm going to set it over here. Okay. Hold on, I need to go get my shoes on. I'll be right back. Yeah, I need to pick up the speed. So let me turn this here. Okay, so that you guys can watch. All right. So I'm going to put this. Oh, there's the lightning. Okay. So, got this. Okay. Oh, damn. Pull that a lot closer. to get this a little bit higher. Okay. All right, so let me check to see what everybody's saying because I got to start putting my stakes in. Okay, so we've got some people watching. You guys are watching this. Okay, it's starting to rain. I got to really kind of keep on this. As soon as I get the tarp up, I'll move some things over. Let me get 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. And I need my stakes. One, two. I'm just gonna put these here. Okay. All right. Cool. So I got 4 stakes and 4. This is kind of being a little jerry rig, guys. So I don't know if you guys can see here. Sorry about that. right, guys. Hold on, I gotta move my bag and some electronics over there, and then we'll get back. Okay? Okay. Okay, guys, let's get prepared to move undercover. It's gonna get a little dark. So, for all of you that think that the homeless have a lot to teach preppers, is this what you're talking about? Just like being in a moment of necessity, looking at your surroundings, and then going, oh crap, I gotta figure out how to make this work. Because here, let me please give you guys, it's kind of, I mean, I don't really have very much room. Hey Sam, come on, get in here. Come on, get in here, under the tarp, over here on the other side. Come on, come on. With haste, little girl. No, keep going. Keep going. No, keep going. Okay. Good, because I need to spread out here. It's kind of, I mean, this is about as low as a tent. Okay, so, but, you know, this is like a moment of necessity, I guess. So let's see what I missed. And then we're going to kind of get close to closing this out, just because of battery and stuff like that. But let me take this off of here so I can actually read. Okay. Okay. How far? Wow, you guys really lit up chat. Only if Beth passed the ground though. Okay. 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 Hold on. Wow, it's good thing you guys had me put this up. I would have waited until after the live stream, and then I would have just sat and got soaked. Okay, let's see. Wow. Okay. Okay. Wow, you guys really, okay, there we go. I'm back to something that I remember. Okay, set up your tarp. Okay, content and you don't get drowned. Okay, yeah. Okay, Chad Berry. Okay, and if you need stove burning material, I got plenty here on the ground. Look, if I really need to, I already ate dinner. I don't need to cook tonight. But if I did, I have it all right there on the ground. Moving to Florida soon too. Yeah. Yeah. Get your wood now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Trudeau. Okay. Before. Yeah. Okay. So I've already read all this. I need to master tarp tents with my tarps. It's really not hard. I mean, you take the seam and you tie it off, and then you take stakes. Now, the reason why I like this tarp is because it has so many different, it has like 4 loops on each side, on all sides. So 4, 4, 4, and 4. So there's 16. So you can conform this tarp to whatever it is that you want it to go to. Okay. your main thing that you need to worry about with a tarp, let's see if you guys can see this. So you see how it's bending down? That is so for the water runoff, okay? So you need to make sure that it can run off water. You're also going to look at your ground and make sure, like, yeah, because you're gonna be trying to shed water in a specific way, and you'll learn this over time how to be able to take your look at your elements, look at your ground, see which way it slants. Look at your at the way you can set up your tarp. Make sure you slant it so that most of the rain goes down the bottom versus up the top. So something like this. So on this side, because the way the ground is tilted, I would probably curve that under just to make sure to protect it, and then use the ends over there to make sure that it's nice and tight. And then this would be my long end. That way everything would go. This would be my long end. That way everything would just go down here, and then it would roll downhill. Okay, so okay, so that tells you how comfortable he is outside. If I were outside, I'd be worried about a shelter and wood, not a live stream. Um, well, yeah, because I mean you're used to it. Like, I want the rain. It's going to cool things down. If I get wet, I'm going to dry off. I mean, I've got a couple hours till bed, all that stuff. So he's burning wood in D.C., but figured he would at least want a tarp up. Well, it wasn't supposed to rain till tomorrow. This rain is really kind of unforeseen. So, and I got to look at the weather, but this wasn't really. I mean, I could see it coming, but I wasn't. I was like, it might not. So, and I mean, it's really not that heavy of a rain. I'm looking at here, looking at the water, and I'm seeing that there's really not a huge. Plus, I have cover from the canopy. So what that's going to do. So if there's a major downpour, so you got to realize, like, a tarp like this, it's just like your bag or a coat or anything else like that. It can only hold so much water before it starts leaking through. So what you also want to do, and this is kind of why I got soaked in Parkersburg, is because I didn't expect it to rain. I laid my stuff down. I wasn't even under a tree. If I would have been under a tree, I wouldn't have gotten soaked. Because you use the tree canopy as a way to be able to slow it down. So all you're getting is just a trickle, okay? And so you're using the elements around you to be able to mitigate and minimize the amount of work that your gear has to do, because you're using the natural elements, okay? So the fact that he's barefoot like a hobbit has me dying. Oh, yeah, I love being barefoot. Plus, you got to air out your feet. Okay, so a lot of people say, oh, you got to always change your socks. But those are for people like my old man. Like, my old man will not walk around barefoot. It grosses him out. I was raised barefoot. So for me, I don't have to worry about, like, always having a fresh change of socks and all that stuff. As long as I air out my feet and kind of rinse them off every so often, run them through the grass. Like in the morning when you got the morning dew on the grass, you take your bare feet and you run your feet through it, and not only will that clean a lot of the fungus out, but it's also there, like the blades kind of act like floss between your toes, if you've got long enough blades, and you use that as a way to be able to clean your feet and keep them well. So I don't even have to wear socks every day, or if I have to wear the same pair of socks, because I'm airing out my feet and because I'm running it through and kind of keeping them rinsed off. Even though the socks are a little bit dirty, my feet are fare a lot better, and I don't deal with, like, itchy feet or anything else like that, because that happens. The reason why I deal with itchy feet is if it gets too hot. That's my biggest problem. Like, it gets so hot that my feet just get hot, get itchy from the heat. Like, my whole body itches when I get too hot. I think they're called heat rashes. Have you considered leaving the lines attached to the tarps? I used to, and then I realized how hectic it was to be able to fold up and put away, and so I started pulling them out, because it would it was a pain to put it in my bag, and so I just put them in a side pouch with all of my stuff. So I have three things on the side. I have one that's dedicated to my medicine cabinet or my first aid kit. I have one that's dedicated to. Um, I got one that's dedicated to my like all my tarp gear, so like all my cords, my paracords, my stakes, all that's in one area, because you kind of want to compartmentalize everything. You want to, like, so this tarp is the last thing that goes in and it's the first thing that comes out. Okay, my sleeping bag is the last thing that comes out, it's the first thing that goes in. So you set your bag up for when you go to pull it out for the night. And so a lot of stuff will be there, and so like you kind of do your organization the same way. That's why I put it on an outside pouch. That's why all I had to do is go over, unzip, pull it. I didn't have to dig through my bag, because the last thing you want to do is be setting up camp and digging through your bag. Just mentioned shoes, but love that he was barefoot. Okay, we'll take rain off your hands if you want to send this way. Let it cool down a few degrees and then I'll send it your way, butterfly. Okay, who are the 3 people who haven't hit like in this premium content for free? Barefoot homeless guy putting up a tarp in DC. Can't say I've ever seen it before. We're witnessing history. Did you guys really get to see the whole thing when I set it up, like me? Because like you'll notice, like I'll tie off one end and then I'll pull the other end as far as I want it, and then I'll go back to the other end, I'll pull it, and then I'll go back to the other end, and then I'll make sure it's really tight. Because if you guys look here, hold on. You guys look, this right here, this is where all my tension is. Now, because I don't have a wide space and how my tarp is, this here isn't tight, but normally I keep this whole thing tight. Okay, but this right here, this spine needs to be tight. Okay, imagine if he just streamed you till rain and had to rush and stream and set up tarp while drenched. Yeah, I mean that's cause enough to be able to put something in my tip jar. So if you haven't put something in my tip jar, put something in my tip jar. I'd really like to go buy me a gram of weed tomorrow. So, and for those of you that want to help me out there, okay? So I need like $7 to $10. That would suck. Bro, Google Woodstock footage in Vietnam vets at Washington Monument from the scene in Forrest Gump. Okay, I will have to. I'm staying because there is a chance of lightning strike. Glad to see you got my best interest at heart. Sorry, Woodstock was New York, not DC. I thought, oh yeah, you're right. Reminds me of the Blair Witch Project. Yeah, I'm curious about lightning strikes in DC versus, say, New York City, because everything is stone, not steel. Yeah, that'd be interesting. But didn't Franklin also put a lightning rod here? And there's also a lightning rod in New York as well. Yeah, and there comes the wind. Okay. He accidentally ruined camera angle. Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. In all seriousness, though, I find this exact type of content fascinating. How life really is. Well, yeah. I mean, this is why choosing your gear is so important. You need to stay dry. You need to stay warm. You need to sleep. You need to eat. You need to drink your water. And then you need to have all that supporting gear for the little nicks. Like, okay, so like I need a first aid kit, or I need to put all dog stuff in one, or I need to put my electronics here, or stuff like that. But you build out, and just like Jeremy, I know you go out in the woods for a few days, but kind of see how you can do with those 3 days, and see like, okay, if I had to live out here forever, what would I be missing, and what do I not need, because I don't think I would ever use it. And the thing is gear comes and goes so quick that just wait a minute, it'll show up. It will. It always does for me. I mean, I wanted that Ember Light for a while, and I never got around to getting it. And then Alfred sent it to me, and I'm like, yeah, I've been wanting this for a while. I knew it would come. I just had to wait, So maybe that's a majestic sapling. Okay. It's a high stuff regardless of the material. But it's supposed to start from the ground. I thought he'd be done by now. I'm like I told you guys when I first started, is I'm very anal about how I set up my tarp, because my tarp, it's just like the foundation of your house. If you don't put up a strong foundation for your house, the rest of what you do is going to crumble right along with your foundation. So you want to make sure that you put the extra time and effort into your tarp, because that's going to keep you dry. Like I will spend it'll take me 30 minutes to set up camp, and sometimes I will spend 15 to 20 minutes just moving my tarp back and forth just to get the length just right, so that it covers everything that I want it to cover, so I don't have to adjust something else. So my tarp I'm going to put the most time and effort into. So in my setup, that's what takes me the longest. Go back to the tarp setup and chill. Okay, only if it's best path to ground though. Okay. First I've ever saw that this happen. Cool to see how Fryer does his thing. Yeah, sorry you missed some of it, guys. Real antenna, 40 feet tall, get hit before 80-foot stone one, I would reckon. Okay, maybe. Okay, maybe he made own shorts. Okay, beggars can't be choosers, Bucknut. Okay, what did I miss? Camera angle could be better, just saying. Yeah, well, I was trying, guys. I think I bumped it, and I was going to set it up right where I was, and then I didn't realize, oh no, I need to set it up over here because there's other stuff over there I don't want to be close to. Maybe the legs zip off business during the day, then zip party at night. Yeah. Yeah, it was perfect. He adjusted it, thinking he was helping, made it totally off. Okay, I love those zip-off kind of pants. I actually had a pair. They were called Under Armour. I miss them. So get your shit together. Your cameraman needs fired. Well, he's a communist cameraman. So, okay. Okay, it looks like an 8. Yeah, it's a 10 by 10 actually. Okay. I have 2 pairs of fancy zip-off shorts. As soon as I get rid of my fat ass, I can wear them. Well, walk for a couple months, you'll get rid of them, or you'll be able to wear them. I'm wearing 38s now, comfortably. And like my high school size, I was 165 pounds at size 36, so I know I've got to be under 200 pounds, which is the first time since I was about 20 years old. Yeah, she's learning not to freak out and get in the middle of my shit when I do it. Just wait and follow instructions. It took me 8 months, but I finally got her trained doing what I need her to do. So, yeah, she is cute in her own way. I have about 5K worth of clothes waiting on me. 15 to 20 miles a day will get me there eventually. Yes, down a size. I'm trying to gain weight. A 12-year-old girl weighs more than me. Wow, that's bad. Bushcraft, next video, he's wearing a Gucci bathrobe. Maybe. But I need some hair curlers and a thing, so I could walk around downtown with a sign that says the Virgin Mary has George Washington's phallic inside her, and see what happens. So this wind is giving me some room. So okay. If you trench uphill, water will run around instead. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to put that much effort, plus no trace. I'm not going to be here I'm not leaving static. Something like that is for somebody that's staying static. That's what gets the homeless in trouble to begin with. Okay? You got to leave no trace. Okay? That's the problem. That's what we were talking about today. Grew up barefoot because Nigerian nanny let him run wild a little. Yes, you're right. I was raised by a Nigerian nanny. I love being barefoot, but out here in the ground, yeah, I know. I still have sensitive feet, but my mom can walk on gravel. I can't. Maybe hook a carabiner to each line so you can just clip it to a loop. Okay. What up, dog? What's up, Mustard Seed? You missed all the fun. So, glad to see you here, though. Okay, guys, so it looks like we have reached the end of the comments. It's about to get real nasty here, and I'm going to have to move over to that side because all the wind is coming from this side, and I've got rain coming through that little thing there because of the 30-mile-an-hour gust. It really moves rain. So I'm glad I got to do a live stream. I was worried I might not be able to. So I got to do it. I'm happy. You guys know how to help the channel. Become a subscriber. Come on over to Patreon. Become a member in the membership. There's a million ways to help. Okay. The most important thing, though, that you can do if you want to help the channel out is show up to the live streams, participate, hit the like button, leave your comments, and tell your politicians about a homeless guy that wants to offer some solutions, and that maybe they should sit down and have a chat with me. Okay, so not only will it help me, but it will probably help. My goal is to help improve the homeless situation, and tomorrow's podcast kind of talks about some of those ideas. So I strongly recommend. It comes out at 9 o'clock. It's going to be a premiere. It's about 25 minutes long. You guys will enjoy it. And I hope that I hope to hear some of your feedback from it. Okay. Gotta rotate 90 degrees. Good night. Be safe. Dry. Okay. I can't really rotate. I can't because it's basically this is the only open spot. I'm in a bunch of shrubs. Okay. So this is like. There's a small little path. If you know how they do it commercially, it's a small little path. So I can't really turn it sideways. I'd like to, but I can't. Night rest, y'all. Okay. All right, guys. Have a good one. See you tomorrow.